The seals have been broken, and the devils are slightly off center. There we go. Hi, everybody. What's going on? We're here with another episode of Concerto on Nocturne, our Vampire the Masquerade actual play that we've been rocking and rolling with here for a little bit now. And having a blast. So, we are going to go ahead and get into our episode after we do some announcements. So let's get into our next episode of Concerto on Nocturne. Tonight's episode 22.
Oh, you wrote 19.
19.
Releasing...
Episode 19. We're getting close to 20.
Yes.
Episode
that comes after.
Episode 19. That's, you know, the tomorrow episode.
The tomorrow episodes.
Tonight's episode of Concerto on Nocturne, entitled Release and Recover.
Aftercare?
And that's where we are at. So, top... do you have the initiative from last week?
Yes, I do. You want the full lineup?
Yeah, so what I want you to do is you got... Group 2 can be eliminated from the roster.
Alrighty. That's good. So, top is Dave at a 14. Then you have Luke at 13. Group 1 is 12. Charlie 9. And Delia 8.
Okay. So I got Dave first. Yeah. It says I have 3 up. Oh, one of the ones in the bathroom.
Oh, both didn't bonk out, only one.
One went KO, the other didn't go down completely.
Knife or gun guy is still up.
Gun guy is still up.
Cool. My favorite.
So, but they're both technically group 1. So they'll both activate during group 1's activation. I'm still going to activate David first, as he shakes off his fatal fracture and charges forward at Charlie with renewed vigor. And let me just pull up his stats. Got him. All right. Charlie, what's Charlie's defense?
Are we doing the add of celerity?
If you want to activate your celerity, we're in a new round, so if you want to activate celerity, you have to make that hunger check. You can do it reflexively.
For some added defense, I will.
Okay. So make a rouse check. Then add your celerity to your defense.
Again.
Oh,
so
no.
that means my defense is now an 8.
Damn. It's not a chance die. But...
But...
I can roll a single 8.
Son of a bitch.
It's okay. He only causes 1 superficial though, because the weapon doesn't specifically add damage. It makes the attack more legitimate, so to speak. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't specifically add damage, but it makes it so that if it hit another mortal, it would be aggravated or lethal for a mortal. But it's also it's mainly it's a tool for impaling is another thing that it is. But he's not going to get there with that. So he's able to swing in, and he just clips Charlie's shoulder as Charlie moves with a speed that he had not seen yet. Charlie has turned on the gas, so to speak. And as he swung, he in his eyes, he hit her in the forehead with this thing. He was swinging down vertically, and then it just glanced off nothing and just glanced off her shoulder. And he looks confused. There's a lot of new events happening for David right now. So next activation.
Fucking.
Who's next?
Would Delia like to take cover, or Luke deal with the last of the guys?
If I can finish this guy, I can start trying to head in towards you, but the other guys have their activation before Delia goes, and I think Delia is not doing so hot.
No, if I take one hit, I go to torpor, so I would prefer to try and take care of the guy with the gun, because I'm the only one who doesn't have defense against guns here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't anymore.
We did some rules. We did some point adjustments and slid things for all three characters. We tried to keep it as close to what we had before, but some things felt a little bit more appropriate. So that doesn't apply anymore.
The great in-changing.
So only Charlie can zip zoom.
Okay. Good to know.
I go zoom.
We got all new things to learn about each other now.
Yeah. Regardless, though, I'm cool if you go now. You should also probably heal some.
I can't.
Even
it's
if you
all
run,
lethal.
that's fine.
It's the severe.
Yeah,
it's aggravated.
It's all from the gunshots.
It's all aggravated damage right now.
Okay. Can you go incorporeal and hide in the walls?
There's no such thing as ghosts. That's a lie. But I'm not one, which isn't a lie. That's true. That's the truth. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll go.
2 negatives.
Lies and truth and lies and truth. Your side, my side, your side. Sorry. I'm in a weird place. Anyway.
Let's go, Stark. Come on.
The position of the fuckface with the gun, yeah?
He's against the counter, because you slammed the two of them together. One of them knocked out. He stumbled back and is against the counter, holding his head.
He seems a little stunned still.
He's going to activate when he activates, but he's off kilter, so to speak.
Yeah. So your organization crossed a line, and I was dumb to think I didn't have to cross some myself. She takes a glove off, now covered in the viscous black blood that's stagnant. Probably a little crispy smelling leather as well. Yeah. Because
it's there's still a round inside Delia that is currently cooking.
That's disgusting. Thank you for that.
There is a sizzle.
And she's going to try and just dart forward directly to them.
Okay.
And just grab their base.
All right. This is going to be a So are you trying to initiate a grapple, or are you just trying to get a hand on them?
Just a hand on them.
All right. I will say it is Dex, Athletics Brawl, or
I'm gonna have the blood surge for this.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's find out if I'm hungry. I am. Yes. Yes, confirmed. We'll need snacks later. So it's Dex. Oh, and then I don't have any of those things, so it's a negative, right?
Well, no, you blood surged.
Which would give me 2... Oh, okay.
It increases the stat.
Okay.
I didn't get to tell you what the full thing was. I didn't finish
I'm sorry.
saying.
I thought you were done.
Saying Dex, Athletics, Brawl, I'll even take Weaponry. Any... No. None. Okay.
I could lie about it.
Okay. Just make that roll and to see if you can...
2.
You just needed to make contact.
Yeah, I'm not trying
You're
to
not
actually
trying to do
wrestle.
damage or anything. You get a hand
Good
on
Lord,
him, though.
no. And then just like her abdomen, she's gonna start to cook him.
Okay. Now you need to make the rouse check.
Yeah.
Because...
I'm okay.
Delia's activating Cauldron of Blood.
It's a good one.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, God! You are super dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. 5 successes.
Oh, Jesus.
Feel the power of the dark side.
Yay, Auntie!
Oh no, it's like the nice, sweet ghoul woman in the apartment.
Please take 1 stain.
Yeah, I know.
As Delia's hands grip the side of his face, he starts turning red as his capillaries start bursting. Blood begins pooling in the recesses and the deep spaces of the eye and the inner ear. It begins to shake violently. Soon after that, the skin starts to split as the superheated blood cooks from the inside out, steam seeking escape. Rents in the skin begin seeping with viscous... See, there's the thing. When you remove the water content from blood, it becomes thick. So when you boil the water content out of blood, you are creating a sanguinary reduction, we'll call it.
That's nice.
You let it go for like 15 minutes on a low simmer. It tightens up and it creates a great little reduction. This begins to seep out of his eye sockets, around his eyes, out of his ears, out of his mouth.
She just holds on digging her nails in.
The rents actually give off. They actually give off like heat steam. Not like steaming like a teapot, but like a warm body in the cold of winter.
Or a baked potato in the microwave for too long.
Oh, he's disassociating. He's gonna kill us.
Thanks for undercutting the poetry. But before long, he stops shuddering as his arms go limp. And Delia drops into the floor. Take 1 stain.
War is ugly.
So is he now.
Yeah. Well, wasn't looking before either.
Speaking of ugly, back in the hallway, the rest of the hunters are going to activate. The last other hunter, now that this one's down.
Oh, can I cross that? No, I can't cross out a group, right?
No, because that was group 1A. Group 1B is the last guy alive.
Okay.
Or, well, group 1C is still alive. He's just knocked out.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna fire. He's gonna fire his pistol at the creature that just took the explosion to the front. What is? You cannot use your defense against gunfire. That's right. He's just gonna take a couple shots.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was uneventful.
Okay.
Everyone's
Right.
like,
Two. As two more rounds, one round, I should say. It's only two aggravated, but it's I don't mean only two aggravated. It's only 2 damage. They are aggravated. So only one round would... It's not like each bullet equals 1 damage. That's the thing I wanted to be clear about. One of the rounds, after taking a pair of shots, one of them deflects off of a more built-up ridge of chitinous exterior. The magnesium, which is a softer metal, kind of deformed and shattered off the shoulder piece. One of them finds the softer region just above the collarbone. It's a through and through, but it burned the whole way through, and it left magnesium residue all over the interior of the wound, leaving a searing burn behind. And mushroom head rounds, when you fire them, if they do come out the other side, the saying is, in like a dime, out like a dinner plate. So a good fist-sized chunk of Luke's right shoulder exits with it, as there is now a cooking wound in his shoulder. And that came from... He hadn't turned to face him yet, so that came from behind.
I'm not very happy about that. That was a brand new shoulder.
I just made that.
Fucking still had the factory seal on it. Like, God damn it.
That was my favorite shoulder.
Yeah.
It is now your activations.
Mind if I kill this guy? I would
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
to kill this guy.
Yeah, wait.
Thanks.
That's fine.
I turn around, screeching. That otherworldly, high-pitched, kind of raftery noise.
I love it.
oh, now I gotta reply. My soul hurts. I'm trying to keep it back.
Thank you.
Okay.
And so... Okay, so remind me how the potence works now.
What was that?
Sorry.
Remind
me how the potence works now.
Did you activate it already? Yeah, I'll just assume you activated it earlier in the fight. So the way it works is you rouse checked, activates for the scene, you add your dots to strength.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I have my initial pool. What's this person's defense?
Defense is a... Defense would be an 8.
Okay. Bummer. Only 5.
That's strange.
And then that's also not counting the extra damage, because I wasn't sure how we wanted to use that in this system, whether it's extra damage on the back end or if it's extra dice on the front.
It's extra damage on the back end. So you roll the pool's natural, and whatever the damage is, you tack that onto the total number of successes.
Okay, so it's 7 then.
Yeah.
It's only 5. Me.
I had a 10. I was really hoping for 6.
I hope for any. This is how I roll now.
With the way your dice act some days, yeah.
For what it's worth, if someone breathes on me too heavily, I will fall over.
Okay.
Luke surges forward, slashing down once. The hunter dodging to one side, getting out of the way, but in a tight hallway like this, once you dodge to one side, there isn't really much of anywhere to go. And as the other claw scythes down, it buries in the collarbone, carries through into the rib cage, gets caught. But the momentum of the swing doesn't stop as his body jerks very unnaturally. Luke's claw pins into the floor. His body stuck between the two, impaled almost entirely through by this scything blade. He's
I appreciate that. Thank you.
He's not getting up. Next activation. Charlie time.
Yeah, it's us.
Oh, we're down to just Charlie. Okay.
Yeah.
Group 2's out.
Okay, gotcha. So just with all the fury and everything just built up in Charlie, she's gonna try to growl out something at this fucker in the bathroom. It's just she moves out of the way of his attack and just kind of stares at him and goes, "I protect you, murder monster," and just goes to do an open palm, like the heel of her hand, into his nose.
Oh, okay. I will point out that your potence is already active, so you don't have to worry about adding shit right now. Rolling rouse at all. You just get to go ahead and add those dice to your strength brawl.
Yep. That's 3.
Let's find out how many free 1-ups he gets.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
Well, you know what they say. There's always one way to be sure.
What's the defense, Connery? What should I take away?
He is defense 8.
He's defense 8?
That's what he was before.
8. They're all wearing like some shit under their
Dex
shirts.
4, athletics 4.
I kept
You're fighting Delta Squad guys.
I kept rousing before to try to like not be fucked and get at least some dice.
That was somebody else. I know who you're talking about.
There
were multiple defense scores amongst these. A pair of them were very high.
I'm gonna rouse so I'm not at a chance dice. I am not hungry. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. So I have
bonus dice.
2. Oh god. I'm
Spend
so afraid
3.
to use any, because they always...
Use it!
Spend
Use it.
3.
Oh, fine.
This is
Should be-
important.
Strength
3.
plus brawl plus potence plus 3 plus 2.
Did you add all those
Which
together?
gives me...
And
At
then-
the end of it,
and
it's
then
6.
minus 8.
And then
Yeah.
minus 8. You still have 6 dice?
At the end of all that was 6. Yeah.
That's good. Gee. Okay. So. So that's that, and then. Well, there we go.
4.
4.
4.
I think that's the best hit you've gotten all game.
Yep. That's accurate, Zed.
This punch was accurate.
Thank fuck.
As you charge upward with the palm strike, you catch perfectly underneath the chin, right in that dimple ass chin that he has.
Oh,
And-
he has one of those.
Yep.
God.
And you hear the clack, snap, and grind as about 4 of his teeth, you're not sure which ones yet, just powder within his face as you punch upward and back. He falls back, spitting to the ground bits and pieces of tooth and blood as he looks up at you, looking like the image of a 1970s NHL enforcer. Jagged line of broken teeth. His face is that of calculation. A very angry type of calculation.
That's how I felt in every math class.
My neck fixed itself. Will my teeth?
Oh, that kind of math. Okay. It's taking everything I have to not go, only Jello for you, bitch! Like, I'm just so close. But I won't have her do it in character, but I will say it, because it's fun.
Like a post-game sequence where it's like, Gladius Day, standard operating procedural update. Once you pop your extra life, run.
Through the jagged... Through the jagged mess of teeth, he just spits out blood while saying, "You broke my teeth. You fucking bitch. Broke my fucking teeth." And he, at the top of the new initiative, charges in with his collapsible metal baton. Now, what is your defense? Or, well, one, are you gonna? I'm attacking you. Are you activating celerity this turn?
Is that the one that said return I have to activate it?
Celerity is every turn. Potence
Okay.
is the full scene.
The scene, okay. I will remember this one of these days. I'm going to write it down, because I couldn't remember after we talked, because my brain shut off. Every turn. Yeah, I'm going to activate again, because fuck this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to be hungry, but I just don't care. Oh, I'm not hungry. Roll the 10.
What is your total defense then?
8.
8. You spend.
I can play the 8 game. Let's go.
I feel like if you get a 10 on a hunger check, like on a rouse check, you should get to re-roll, and if you succeed on the re-roll, you should gain a blood point.
It makes me very nervous when I see the 10 on a hunger check still. I'm like, wait, oh.
No, that's good.
I would like to be able to do that to get like a willpower back if you roll a 10 on a hunger check and get a willpower back. Because who could I use willpower?
I'm going to...
I was going to ask that, actually.
It's
all right.
tied to your ambition and desire. Your desire is usually a way to get willpower back.
Yes.
I never went over desire. I didn't know how to fill it out.
I thought we had. We'll go over it again at the end of the... All right. I'm spending willpower and spending beast dice.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
He's
That's
angry.
good. So am I. Ah! It's just a rage fest.
But you
in
broke
here.
his teeth
Dinah's gonna
now,
come through the wall.
so he has a good reason to be.
He's got to change his Facebook profile picture.
He's justified.
Otherwise, yeah.
You should get good at Photoshop. It'll be fine.
I mean, what?
Tomorrow is photo day.
What are all the honeys gonna think now?
All them fly honeys.
All them fly
Ah!
honeys.
Ah! The same thing they thought before. A good slap across the face.
So he charges in
It's my favorite NPC is the woman that slapped this guy.
and jabs into Charlie's chest with the rod, causing 2 superficial. So that gets halved to 1. Remember, all superficial gets halved.
Okay. Now I have 1 aggravated. Yay.
He's stabbed. And Delia actually sees this spiked-tipped baton go in under the left rib and cut across. And there's that moment in Charlie's mind of, in Delia's mind of, did he hit his target? Because the heart is a fist-sized organ behind bone. To actually get there, you have to be precise and accurate. And in a fight, that is very, very difficult. But it can happen. But Charlie doesn't lose a beat. She shoves him off, the baton coming out coated in the thick vitae. Charlie doesn't seem to have been properly staked. But he went for it. Next activation. It's the 3 of you in a row now.
Mm.
Oh, neat.
I would like to say, player-wise, if possible, I would like to keep Group C alive to bring back.
Isn't the only living one just this guy?
No.
Nope. There's one that's just KO'd.
Yeah, that I knocked out on the floor.
Ah.
So.
Yeah. I'm not looking to confirm my kills. If they're
Okay,
down,
I didn't know if we were looking for kill counts today.
If they're down, they're down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking for 1.
Yeah, I imagine, and I won't take that from you, honey. Notice, I went over here.
I would like to go first out of our stuff because I have a sort of a fairly specific thing that I would like to do that I think enables everyone else.
Yeah.
Roll.
That's fine by me. And you can join the bathroom party.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of my plan.
Yay, join bathroom party.
So I do have a question. Am I able to hold an action? Like, can I move and then ready an action and then wait for a trigger?
Oh, I always forget.
Are you talking like D&D style move and then
I mean, kinda. Basically, so here's what I would like to
set a
do,
conditional
ultimately.
trigger, essentially? Like, if somebody moves through here, I do this.
Yeah, I would like to block the bathroom door. Like, I would like to go stand in the bathroom door with my massive bulk, with my mantis claws out, and just, if he tries to leave, tear him to bits.
I think he wants to punch Charlie.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can set that up. Essentially, it's
like
like
a
an
sentry.
Overwatch
Mhm.
kind of positioning. I will
Charlie-
take that. That seems perfectly
Cool.
reasonable to set yourself up, and I'm okay with conditional activation stuff.
Thank you. So yeah, I
Reward
scuttle
planning.
myself over to the bathroom door.
Here's the trouble.
For the,
As you're doing that, you're actually dragging the torso, kind of trying to shake, as it won't come off the mantis limb. So when he slams through the doorway, there is still
Like a
he's still dragging. He's still
puppet, like a-
dragging the guy on the
I brought
forelimb.
snacks.
It just comes out. As,
I just answer back and
Delia's the only one that can form a coherent sentence right now.
I mean,
And yeah, so my big multi-bug looking ass is chilling in the doorway, razors out, ready for this guy to come my way.
you got
But
gum on your
I'm
shoe.
hoping Charlie gets to get that last bit in.
so is
So
Charlie.
that's my turn.
All right, next activation.
Charlie, you want
who
to
wants to activate? Do we want a Charlie activation, or do we want?
Well, if we do Charlie activation, and if something goes wrong, Delia can hide somewhere or something. 'Cause I don't want Delia getting hurt. Charlie keeps like moving to be between this guy and Delia as best she can.
Okay.
Just like your beef is with me, motherfucker. Just like one of those.
Don't leave! Don't leave! Wrong game, shark.
with everything he said about teeth, she's just seeing red and just stares at him and goes, "Good," and just runs in again and goes to like do the palm again, but more like forceful.
Oh, you're
like,
going for that sternum
into his
strike.
face. Yeah.
All right.
You don't need bones.
Just-
Roll.
So
Repeat after me. Kalima. Kalima.
So he's defense 8.
Wait, let me get me. Yes.
This is
I
the
have to do
first
all my
attack
math
against
again.
him.
Hold, please. Okay, this is strength. This is potence.
I like a
Nature.
system where the humans are not just paper mache things to throw about.
I like a good threat. I don't want to be the top all the time. Being the top, I'm not the top all the time is exhausting. There you go. That
We're
seemed
gonna-
fine. I made a perverted joke.
It's
And
So
we're all
with-
proud of you.
Thanks.
With hunger, when does hunger start getting really like outwardly like become a problem?
Oh,
Like,
you'll
what
go into
number?
feed frenzy. You have to roll for feed frenzy checks. So what would happen is, so right now you're in fury frenzy. If you get to 4 full boxes of hunger, you have to check feeding frenzy, and then your priority shifts from murder to feed.
Oh, I definitely don't want to do that. Okay.
So like there's certain like feed frenzy. So the way I look at it is this: fury frenzy is a low priority. Then feeding frenzy will take priority over fury frenzy, and Rostrak takes priority over over the other two, because that's the fire fear response, where you will do everything you can to get away from fire that could harm you.
Okay.
Murdering anything in
yes.
the way to get away from the fire.
I remember that. Could I take bonus dice again just so I'm not doing a chance die? Because
Yes,
if I
please.
rouse again and I fail, I'm gonna go into
Please, bonus dice. Take all 3, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, then that's all 3 of my hunger dice. Come on. Just give me the messy crit. It'll just be fun. Oh, dear. Okay, hold on.
I don't know if I'm scared or happy.
Okay, no, I didn't, but I got 2. I re-rolled the 10, and it did not give me another 10. But I got 2. It's very close.
Another palm strike sends him back against the counter. His butt bouncing up against the corner of the sink as he tries to figure out what it's gonna take to put you down. And then also his eyes flash towards the rest of the bathroom. And the rest of the calculus kind of comes into play. Next activation. I maybe did a regeneration thing, so health trackers do things.
Hunter C, do they have weapons on them?
Hunter C had a
blade, right?
He had a knuckle knife. He had one of those. He had a trench knife, essentially.
And they're still unconscious?
Yeah, he's on the ground unconscious.
Good. She leans down into the soup of this disgusting, what was already a disgusting bathroom floor. It's the back room of a club. It wasn't looking good to begin with, and now there are melted human remains seeping into the pleated, expensive palazzo pants of Delia as she grabs the knuckle duster.
And the grout of the floor.
Yeah, and it's like following the lines of the grout as it spills forward. And from her place on the floor, she's going, we cannot keep doing this. We need to go. And she's going to cast. Well, you know. Well, I'm staring at the pirate.
She's going to use movement of the mind to turn the thing around and throw it at him.
Yeah, I could do that, or I could also take a snack and fix a problem.
Oh.
Theft of Vitae instead.
Okay.
He's bleeding all over to begin with, and
I need
to know what that tastes like.
Well, go ahead and roll.
Yay.
So the difficulty on this is... Let me see here.
I will blood search.
Yes. Difficulty...
Hungry.
3.
God.
Essentially, I'm applying his resolve as a dice pool penalty.
3
so
removed.
It's your willpower versus his resolve.
I'm delighted that he has a fight back against this. 1, 2, 3. Messy crit. 4.
Oh. Well, this was already pretty messy. As Delia has the knife now, instead of moving to stab with it at all, her eyes roll into her head, and the deep recesses cloud over, her eyes becoming more deep set as her jaw distends, becoming a complete mockery of the human face, her fangs extending even further, and a second set popping up from the bottom for but a moment, as from the wounds on this guy's face, they tear open in the direction of Delia, and blood pours from his face and neck and arm where he had been wounded and siphons through the air directly into Delia's mouth, making this ghastly, almost hose-like suction noise as it just pours through the air directly into her mouth. Before, in an instant, her face is back to normal, and there's just a little bit of blood on the edge of her teeth.
It's a path of blood level 4.
Yeah.
So, my hunger, mechanically, how does that, what do I get back? I've never used it before.
You get one, you remove 1 level of hunger per success, and add 2 for the messy crit. So 6 hunger. You didn't kill him, though, so you can't go below 1.
Okay.
Yes, she feeds like Legacy of Kain style
so cool.
feeding.
These motherfuckers. I have not used both of these that I've had for so long. How rude.
As a huge, long-standing fan of Soul Reaver, yes. Yes.
Take the little scarf down.
Cassiel. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no! Right.
So that happened. It's Charlie's activation. Charlie's too in the zone to really... Like, the blood pouring from his face in Delia's direction just kind of is lost amongst all the red that Charlie is seeing from her rage.
This guy just forcibly gave how many pints of blood in about 10 seconds?
Yeah, that was all damage, so he's pretty not okay. I want to point out.
Oh, but I didn't take the kill from you. I would feel really terrible about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm just chilling in the doorway. I'm just like, I'm gonna loosen the pickle jar, but I'm not gonna open it.
It's fine. I just want this one on the floor. This one's mine. I'm gonna call him William.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna call him William. That's great. I have to write that down because it just gives me such life. Okay.
I know he has a fluffy mop of hair.
Charlie's just... This guy cannot stand anymore. The earth does not deserve the blemish that is this man anymore. It's just, I have to protect everyone else, and I have to protect the whole planet right now from this man! She wants to basically push her hand at his face and use the velocity to shove his head into the mirror behind.
Yes, use the environment.
I like that.
And just go, murderer! Just...
Would you like to do this as an actual attack, or would you prefer it to be a grapple that you proceed to do damage every round as it happens?
Oh. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Is there a difference in the rolls made?
They're both strength brawl, with your potence added. The difference would be is that next round he wouldn't be able to attack back without taking some pretty big negatives, or he would try to escape. That's his only 2 options. Try to escape or attack back with some really bad negatives to it. And he's already at some negatives now after that last thing. He's now at -3 to everything, so his defense has dropped to 5.
If Charlie can basically palm his face like a fucking basketball and just until he stops moving, just
okay. So you do want to grapple. You do want to
Yes.
grab. Okay.
I want to do the.
All right.
Close I will ever be to this man's face.
Strength, modified strength, obviously, because of your potence. Brawl.
Yeah.
Grappling, if you have grappling as a specialty.
Unfortunately, no.
By the way, specialties are very cheap if you find something that you wish to add. A specialty isn't a bad thing to spend XP on.
Can you have
Yeah,
multiple
I'm starting to-
specialties in the same...
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to do that because I have a lot of specialties already, but they haven't been they're not fight based, and I could use that.
I think you've had enough experience in the fisticuffs areas lately to start taking some specialties in Brawl.
Yeah.
So, and defense of 5.
Yay! I don't have to. Keep
You've also
stealing
got bonus
things.
dice.
No. Feel free to spend bonus die.
You still got 4 in the pool.
I think for every ass that has been groped in this world,
You don't have
dice.
enough.
No.
You don't have enough.
No, we don't have enough bonus
You don't
dice.
have enough bonus dice. You don't even have enough bonus dice for him tonight.
I'll take 1 and just keep taking 1 every go around.
Okay, you're just taking 1 bonus die?
just 1, yeah.
Okay.
Just 1, it's fine. Oh dear fuck. Alright, hold
It's an
on.
invasive species.
Captain Charlie, she's our hero.
3.
Gonna
3.
take rapists down to 0.
So you're gonna get 3 whales of the head against the wall. Please give me what words are punctuated by each slam.
Oh.
You got 3 words.
Ah. Hmm.
You can reply to this message.
You can reply to this message. Yeah, this is absolutely you can reply to this message. But the full beginning of that message is 22, and then you get 3 left. Oh. Hmm.
Little chat coming in.
I want to make this really good. Yeah, the chat's just like, oh. It's definitely, it has to be justice for Mom! And just, that last one just smash.
So Charlie doesn't get a full basketball grip to the face. He's trying to...
Tiny hands.
His blood drained. He's staggering to stand still. I actually had to roll willpower for him to remain conscious. Your hand slips to one side, and you get a full coverage over his nose and mouth, smushing his face in. But you can still see his eyes. So you get to see the panic and the lack of focus as you slam his head into the mirror behind it, and the first crack spiders out. You say, justice. The second slam goes against the wall. It spiders even more. Charlie says 4. As his eyes begin to... Well, his right eye begins to dilate, and the other remains unchanged. And as she screams, Mom, the entire mirror shatters off of its moorings on the wall, and his head goes about 4 inches in to the wall. The issue is that 6 inches of his head should be in the wall. And if you do the math, that means there's about 2 inches of crushed cranium on the back of his head that's currently compressed into that divot in the wall. As Charlie can feel the spat as his dying breath and spittle from his death throw dribbles down her palm. As his eyes go blank, his skull crushed. Charlie's frenzying, though. So after Mom, she slams his head again. Says Mom again. And keeps saying Mom over and over and over again. She's going to keep at that until somebody stops her. As his head becomes more and more like much crushed soggy oatmeal.
So I have an important question.
Okay.
I have enough damage on me of an aggravated nature that were I to switch back down to normie form, I would fall over. So my question is, am I able to heal my one ag for the day now so that I can switch down and be able to interact, or am I stuck this way until we get somewhere safe?
That's a pickle.
By the rules, you're only supposed to be able to heal that when you wake. It's part of your waking ritual. And I think for the purpose of story, I will allow you to do it now if you also spend a willpower at the same time.
Done and done.
Basically, have to force.
I was like, because Charlie's going.
You have to force the
So
heal.
it's effectively 2 willpower and some blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, this is a one-time for the scene rule. I want to stress.
Yep.
You will not. Nobody can just say, "Well, I'm going to spend willpower into blood and I'm going to heal my wound now." Make your rouse checks to heal that though.
Ooh, okay. I am. Okay, cool. I am not yet looking to bite anyone's head off. So I will shift back down into normal form, and you can see I have holes all through me. I've got a smoking hole in my shoulder similar to the one that Delia has. Large chunks of me are not where they ought to be. But my intent is to run over and just grab hold of Charlie and try to grapple, hug, comfort her.
At this point, the source of Charlie's frenzy has been eradicated. So I need a willpower check from Charlie quickly.
Told her what I have.
What you have.
Which is none.
You used all your willpower?
Yeah, that's one of the last things I did because you're like in frenzy.
Oh.
You won't get the hit
That's
until
right,
after you're out. And I was banking on that.
Chance die.
Because I was just like, at least I won't fucking...
It's a chance die.
Oh, I don't want to make you forget math again. Please do okay on this roll.
I got a 9.
Chance die only goes on a 10.
It's close.
So you didn't crit fail. So I'm not going to say that you attack Luke, but you throw Luke off of you. And Luke, in the state that he's in, would probably... a full frenzying Bruja against a barely held together by spit and duct tape Zemitzi. Luke's on his ass. Luke actually got thrown. As Charlie is just all you get is a get off and goes right back to slamming his head. She has his face. There isn't much head left. It's almost like she's holding the mask of his skull that has a sock attached to the back of it that she's slamming into the wall over and over and over again.
I'm lying on the ground, kind of rolling over, trying to pick myself up. Delia, I might need some help.
Sure. Keep an eye on this one. He's unconscious, and I want to bring him back. And she gets up.
You mean that literally or figuratively?
They're alive, so they could stay. She wrings out a little bit of the muck from her pants and walks over to the mirror, shattered remains, and where Charlie is stuck in her loop. And she kind of positions herself along where that wall would be so that she can look at Charlie. But to the side, you know what I mean? Charlie, I'm okay, look. I'm alright now. Luke's okay. And he's not breathing, and he's never gonna hurt anybody again. Ever. You protected everybody. It's okay now.
Please roll, and this is for Delia to roll.
Oh, God, Jesus. I forgot I'm not Elodie. Yeah?
Charisma?
Oh, no!
Leadership.
Yeah.
I will be good. I will be good.
Say the thing. Say the thing.
No.
Leadership.
Yay.
No.
That's never gonna die, and it's great.
Hold on, let me blood surge.
No, you're gonna blood surge to get it. Yeah, okay. You're
fine. I'm okay.
You're well satiated right now.
Yeah.
He calls it
4, 5, 6.
6 total? Holy.
Yay!
Charlie gets to make the willpower check, but with plus 6 dice.
If you fuck this up, I swear to God, it's never happening again. I'm gonna erase math, social studies, economics, that dog you liked.
You're gonna say George Washington who?
I'm gonna forget all of my
memories of your
agriculture.
8th grade Washington D.C. trip.
Yeah.
All my botany. I'm gonna forget all my botany.
I'm gonna rewrite your entire fucking life. I swear to God.
I got a 10.
Reroll it.
And then a 9. I got 2.
All right. 1 success is enough to come out of it. As it takes a second and a couple of extra labored slams against the wall before Charlie's able to release the mess, the shattered overripe cantaloupe that was this man's head.
Charlie, it's enough. That's enough.
I protected you. You're okay.
I am. And you did what you set out to do. You did it. Okay? But I need you to take a breath and I need you to be with us now, okay? Look at me. Hi. You did amazing. But we had arrangements outside waiting for us. We need to get our stuff together. And we need to go outside. Ned's gonna take care of everything. This mess here. And I think Danny is also gonna make sure we get home okay. Alright? So all you have to do is help Luke up and walk out of this building. And we're going home.
Don't think I'm walking out of here. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? You're fine. And you're going to be okay.
Can I tell that she's about to fall over?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious to everybody.
I would like to sit up and catch her and like.
Yeah, she by rules definition, she is currently impaired, which means all actions have a -2. And how many health levels? Are you full bash, 1 ag?
Yeah.
She physically looks better than everybody else still.
What? Better than me?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
She's got the least ag out of any of us.
But
she'll be fine tomorrow.
But she still looks completely drained. And you can see the telltale signs of someone that needs to feed at the same time.
It went overboard.
No, you went bored. My brain isn't good now. Delia,
I'm sorry.
We might need to do you get in the center and then
hold on. She walks over, scoops up the remains of the things that had fallen out of her purse, and throws it over a shoulder, winces for a second as it settles into a hole, and then grabs the phone. Is it still connected?
No, it has disconnected at this point.
Just throw it back into her purse. I also...
You think you might have hit the hang up button as you were...
Okay. She's just going to quickly text Ned. There's a living body in here. Could I collect it in a moment? Come back. I'm going to come back in for it.
You make... as you're texting that, you can hear the distinct squeal of brakes that need replacing...
music.
On a large truck coming from the open bathroom door that is currently leading to the hallway, which leads to the open back door. And you can hear, whoa, from that doorway out in the hall.
In here, Ned.
You hear the occasional, you hear footsteps that go from walking boots on dry carpet to wet carpet squish to dry carpet again as Ned turns the corner and he's wearing Bermuda shorts.
Yeah.
With a pair of wellies on his feet. And
I have another aggravated.
I like the shorts.
And that kind of tank top that's got it's almost like that corduroy like vertical stitching to it. And yellow lunch lady gloves. And this look of impression, just he has this look of I'm impressed across his face. You've been to work.
I'd like to clock out now.
Well, that means I clock in. And you can go relax.
Is there any additional fee you could bill for can you wrap that one up?
Oh, you take that one with you. I'll get the rest.
Delia, I can carry either that one or Charlie. It's up to you which you'd rather.
Take the hunter. That one might wake up. Charlie, I think, is...
Charlie can walk.
Yeah, the fight's gone on that one. Yeah. And,
but throwing an arm over is pretty much where you're
and
at.
she's gonna snuggle in a little close to her and pull her tight.
I'm sorry.
Stop saying sorry. You did nothing wrong.
I just didn't want you to get hurt.
She, like, nervously looks over to Ned, like, don't you say a fucking word. Thank you for being on call. Do you need anything from us here, or we're...
Oh, no, I'm set. As he reaches behind the door and pulls out a, and pulls one of those, like, carpet-style canvas tool bags, and poking out of it, it looks like the anarchist cookbook shopping list is just sticking out of this bag. He says, I've got my tools.
Oh, by the by, is there still a group of people out there?
Yes. And so is the fire department.
Oh, good.
Start a fire.
I'm about to.
Oh, good.
Right.
I got this covered.
All right.
I'll do my job. You go rest your pretty head. I got it covered. And put in a good word for me, cause we'll consider this you owe me.
Is Danny not paying you?
Danny's paying me.
Okay.
This, though, you have to understand, is a little extra than my usual fee.
You're nearly a good man, Ned. We'll talk you up.
Yeah. Businessman.
Yes. Yeah.
Basically.
As I scoop down, pick up the fucking like ragdolled hunter, throw him over my shoulder, and just start marching out the door.
Roll perception tests.
Yeah, that. We have to very subtly find our way out here. I am terrified. Oh, I got nothing.
2?
I got 2. I'm just...
2? All right.
Ow.
Luke and Charlie. Delia's more focused on getting Charlie out.
Also, she's a wimp. Oh God, she's really trying
And
to.
as you're escorting, you're going out the back, I assume.
Yeah, I figured I'd go out the way Ned came in.
You notice? Okay. First, Delia's going out the back, so she has Charlie under the shoulder and walking her out. So Delia's focused on that, looking to the outside. You can see the back of Ned's dump truck, his garbage truck. Wonderful dump truck, Ned.
Can't wait to look at the back. It's fine.
Luke and Charlie notice, though, that he has crouched down with a pair of industrial cable cutters, like wire strippers, and he's leaned over several, going from person to person and snipping off their pinkies. You can hear the wet crack as he just kind of holds it up and...
Oh.
Nice. Puts that in his pocket.
No.
Goes.
I'm not gonna yuck
food.
his yum.
Finger food. I hate it.
As he pockets each of them.
The wet licking sound. It's like a cat at a water fountain.
Just mlammed a bunch of pinkies.
Blip. Blip.
And considering the source, those would be an amused douche.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Good night, everybody.
We're leaving.
Okay.
As a culinary major, I want to hug you so bad, Zed.
All right.
I take another aggro, but it's fine.
We're all in torpor
Worth
now,
it.
thanks.
Everybody's down.
As he proceeds to take a couple of souvenirs before he gets to work, carrying his tool bag of destruction and cleanup at the same time, you can see that there's a couple of... They look like kind of blank-faced garbage men. They're in the overalls. And they both look rather out of it, as they carry giant steel drums, as well as large plastic, those very... The drums that Jesse was supposed to get. If you know what I mean. As they have full-on masks, but their eyes are kind of blank. They have the big gas mask style rebreathers on their faces that hazmat crews might wear. They start carrying these things in. And the three of you are able to make your way out. Before you're able to get very far from the doorway, sticking one final pinky into his pocket, Ned sticks his head out. By the way, I arranged transportation for you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Full service. Good stuff.
As you can see, a private ambulance is sitting with its doors open, facing your direction. And there's a driver just waving the three of you in. And as the three of you climb into said ambulance, we're going to take our break.
We're ready at that time?
Yes, we're a little ahead, but it's a really good spot to take the break right now.
Yep.
So, right now, it's that time of the night where we take our short 15-minute or so break. The scene, if you will, in the back of the ambulance. One of those private ambulances. It's a company. But they still have sirens on them, because it might be a medical emergency. Lying out on the stretcher.
Oh, sorry. Wanted to remind you. Off the top of the roof, my assumption anyway, is that Samson hops to a thing, hops down to the ground, and then hops into the ambulance.
So lying on the stretcher is the mentally and emotionally drained Charlie. And slumped in the two reverse seats. Well, slumped in one of the reverse seats is Luke. And slumped in the side parallel seat, one of the worker stations, is Delia.
We're in an ambulance. Were we able to sedate our new friend, our tag-along, to make sure that they stay sleeping?
Do have the ability to just dominate if he starts to rouse and put him back to sleep.
It requires me to pay attention to them. Yeah, I suppose.
Sleep.
So there's no need, like, essentially, yes, but you use your dominate power. The door is closed by Luke. Or whoever got in last closed the door. The lights go on, and the ambulance pulls away. As you hear a bit of a boom from the building behind you. as everybody in the street kind of scatters a little bit. You can see them all panicking on the sidewalk with the fire engines, their lights twirling in the street. You're able to get away. And from what it looks like, avoid Masquerade breaches. You're driven... Well, it's going to be about 20 minutes to get you back to your haven. As the driver turns and says, I got an address. Holds up a piece of paper to Delia. It's the address of the underground parking for your apartment in the haven.
Oh.
On 2nd Street.
Cassandra doesn't remember, so okay.
Upper East Side.
I was actually going to ask which haven we were closest to.
Yeah, he has the address for your Upper East Side haven.
Makes sense.
Well, it does and it doesn't, but I'll analyze that later when my brain actually works.
Well, if it's arranged by Dump Truck Ned invoices Danny. It's probably connection there. Also, I called Danny in the middle of all this, so she knew what was happening.
It's still something to think about that there's like this extra party that knows. Or don't worry about it. I don't give a shit right now. I frankly I don't care about much of anything.
Good.
Is there blood in here?
The driver turns around for his unit overhead.
Oh yes, road beers.
You find about 4 pints of bagged whole blood.
I pull them down and I...
2 hunger.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You only get 2 hunger from it if you drink all 4 yourself.
Oh, no, I wasn't gonna.
Okay. Well, whoever does, it's enough for 2 hunger. I just wanted to specifically say that.
I pull them down, and I'm gonna do the inefficient but story-appropriate thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna toss one to each person, and then the extra one to Charlie.
Oh, I already had here. And she goes to offer it to the group. Whoever wants mine.
Well, I'll take that one, and then it's 2 and 2, and
then... Yeah, you guys need it. I have... I'm good.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, all right, that'll work. I'm assuming there's a syringe I can pull to pop this like a Capri Sun. Just start.
They have valves on them that you can just plug IV lines into.
So he's gonna...
Not as fun, but okay.
Oh, it's still good. You get the sippy cup.
You get a straw.
Yeah. Leaning over and taking a picture of our new hunter friend, William. And she's sending, texting to Curtis.
How do you know his name?
I named him William. I haven't gone through his pants yet to find out his real name.
Oh. Actually, Connery, do I remember what that guy's name was? Did I ever find out when I was drinking with them?
No.
Okay.
You knew David's name from the files and stuff, but...
Yeah.
He looked like a William.
What about him looks like a... How do you... Fine.
Charlie's just using one of her fangs to puncture her bag. She doesn't even really recognize there's anything on it to make it easy. She just is like...
Oh my god, it's like a cat who's tired.
Gets it open and is just it's a constant slurping noise when you're at the bottom of the cup. It's just that.
The degenerate Capri Sun maneuver.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Like a cat chewing on the side of a cardboard box.
Everybody knew that one kid who would just jab the Capri Sun open and then just stick the hole to their face and squeeze. There was always that one kid.
I kind of was that kid.
Fucking always. Yeah, you were. So
We had the challenge of squeezing it from a distance and trying to not get yourself in the face.
Oh, wow. You're training for something lewd, huh?
Yeah, well, you know.
You get a message back from Curtis. Ooh, selfies.
So fucking...
Someone with more skills at prodding may be able to get information from him. Second Inquisition, she sends.
Get a text back that just says, when and where.
We're going to our haven. We need rest. It's coming with us.
Got it, is all you get back.
Just throws it back into her purse and just sits there like, are you there yet?
Not that I know the content of your text, but I wish you'd asked. I'm good at that kind of thing.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Also, tell the fucking Prince of the City I got him a gift, you jerk.
So do both Luke and Charlie go down one hunger? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Each bag.
Is it just the box, or is it two slashes worth?
1 slash.
Yeah. Because remember he did they did the thing with our
1 slash. Okay.
1 slash.
So I still have 3.
Bag blood is
half.
Bag blood is not as nutritious for the higher blood potency kindred. The lower blood potencies can get away with it. The higher your blood potency, the harder it is, though.
I lean back and just put my head against the metal wall full of instrumentation and shit, and I let myself relax. Like I just kind of drop, and I'm paying attention for the time being only really to the bumps in the road and the noise things make when they clatter, and the sounds made by my compatriots, but mostly I'm checked the fuck out right now.
Your cat has curled up in your lap while you do that.
I'm absent-mindedly petting him.
Actually, not curled up in his lap. Is monorailing over one leg.
Nice.
With arms hanging and just chin on the knee.
Love it.
I absent-mindedly scratch Samson's head.
Yeah, the magnesium is still occasionally you can feel the little. It's almost like somebody took a small bee and wrapped it in plastic wrap and stuck it in your abdomen.
Hate it. Actually, she's gonna
for the magnesium rounds that are currently cooking still inside you.
I hated that.
Don't look at me.
I'm writing it. I hated it so much. I'm writing it down. That's how much I hated it.
She's gonna try and pull one out, at least the one from the stomach, and try and keep it. There's
medicine test.
Yeah. In a moving van, it's fine. Don't question her logic. Intelligence medicine.
Can I try to help? You want help?
What would you like? I don't know if you should really be fidgeting in my insides on another night, maybe, but not today. It's not.
Yeah, those are my fault. Let me help.
No,
they're not your fault. They're the fault of the person who shot the fucking gun.
Thank you. Also, you know what? Not important.
It'll be
not your fault. It's poetry, really. What would that roll be?
That is going to be Dex. No, composure medicine.
Great.
Fun fact, even with the -2, I would have had dice still for that roll.
Really? I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I knew Curtis sent you for a
Because
reason.
you, Auntie.
Not just because you're cute.
Yay.
You are very cute, darling, though. That's not to say.
Absent-minded smile. Just,
Yeah.
Yay.
I'd like to see, also, I wonder if they've made improvements to it. Fox, we were working on pressing down and pulling back. Let's see if you can get the forceps in to grab.
As you
Go to the left.
get
Okay.
the forcep in, you pull it out, and there's a little nugget of white hot sizzling metal on the end, held in your forceps. You can see it burning still, with the vitae cooking on its surface. It even buzzes a little bit in your hand.
You want to drop that in, like, olive oil or something.
You see, we have olive oil in the... Oh, in here? Just looking around, seeing if there's any,
They probably have petroleum jelly.
Yeah,
Neutral lubricant.
a burn fucking cream of some sort.
Burn fucking cream.
Yes, yes. Different type. Just puts it in.
You find a...
It's preparation heat.
You find catheterization lubricant?
Oh, bad days. It'll do. Don't ask what this is.
That's the most upsetting thing you've said tonight, Connie.
The real horror.
I want fecal milk.
Long live fecal milk.
As you drop it in, it slowly starts to lose its heat. The lubricant bubbling a little bit because of the heat that's present still, but it stops to actively burn as you take it out of you.
Well, that's gonna be up for later playtime. Just gonna tuck that away into her purse, which is... Oh god, I need to wipe that down too. Grab some alcohol wipes and starts trying to get some of the, like, tacky, viscous parts off of the outside of the bag.
Probably ought to get rid of mine.
His...
Oh wait, I don't have one. That's right, it went through me.
Yeah, but there's still flecks of it.
Oh.
Embedded, so it's gonna take you a good like 5-10 minutes to search through and look for where it's smoking and extracting the fragments with a pair of small forceps.
I know you don't want to move, but if you need help...
Yeah, can I actually borrow the lubricant?
And here's also, if you need, and she goes to pass.
No, just the lubricant, thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna fleshcraft the hole shut on the back, dump in the lubricant, and then fleshcraft the front shut.
Well, how many points do you have in medicine?
3.
Okay.
Do I know that would not be effective?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why magnesium rounds are so fucked up is because they burn using the oxygen in your hemoglobin.
Yeah.
So wherever you're bleeding vitae, just where you drank, it's still gonna burn inside of you. So if anything, you'd be sealing in the charring metal.
I gotcha.
But you have enough points in medicine that you could probably use your fleshcraft to like dig your fingers in and just kind of like scoop them out slowly.
Keep.
So that will be
that
composure medicine for you as well. To just to scoop and schlorp them out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That made it better.
Hey, we mentioned KY and Fox showed up.
That's appropriate timing. 2.
2. All right. Yeah. Going through, you're able to bend a finger in and just kind of you can feel the tip of one of the jagged pieces as it's hot, and then just kind of let the flesh move through. As it... Flesh crafting yourself, you can do without literally touching your body. There's parts of it that you can move almost free form of themselves. So the muscles in your shoulder are actively pushing the shards out, and you're just kind of picking them out as the muscle hands you.
As the muscle hands you. That's a sentence.
As you drop them into the little the little vial of catheterization lubricant, because I had to say it again. In
tomorrow,
they all bubble and they bubble for a few seconds once they hit the top of the oil, and then they stop. Whatever residual blood that was still on the end, still on each piece, burning up, and they cool off to the point where they become black little flecks that just kind of sink to the bottom of the lube.
I thought of a dirty joke just now, but I just I can't. I don't have the energy, so just gonna just move on.
Very weak toss of an empty blood bag in Luke's general direction.
It doesn't land. It just kind of smacks
like,
off the wall to the left, and then just falls to the floor of the ambulance.
She just stares at Luke and then just...
How you feeling, Charlie?
I feel a lot of things right now.
It's good. You're not in shock.
And no, it's just a lot.
Yeah, but
I had so many different ways I wanted that to go. And it didn't happen at all.
Well, that's not true. Did you want that guy dead?
I wanted to hand him to Curtis.
Oh, well, we still have something to give Curtis, and he's going to meet us at the Haven. And also, I saw you try to get him to talk. I was still in the toilet at the time, but I still got to listen, and I thought that was really admirable, and you did really well. You even let him touch your butt.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about doing that.
No, and that's the part that's admirable, right?
He really thought I found him after knowing what he did to sleep with him.
Well, that's great, though.
He was a douchebag, and you killed him. I consider that an all-around win.
I know. I'm happy I did it just because it keeps everyone else from feeling the pain I've had to feel recently. It protects everyone else, and
it does.
I just wish the two of you didn't get as hurt as you did. I wanted to take care of it myself, and Charlie, that's my main regret is you guys getting hurt.
Listen.
What?
Any hits I take from the Inquisition, I probably deserve. With that said, you help me at least all the time with plenty of things. I've tried to say, you should rely on us for things as well, not just Curtis. And it's important that Luke and I were there today to show you in physicality that we mean the words that we say to you. You didn't drag us into it. We went with you because it's important that you know that this goes all around. Right?
I still like working on my shoulder. I get right up in front of Charlie, still poking at the hole. This is the only way I know I'm still alive. This is what I'm here for. You didn't put me into harm's way. I put me into harm's way, and I would do it again. And I sit back down and pull out another piece of metal.
Before Luke can go back, Charlie actually, like, hooks a hand around the back of his head. Goes, there's other ways to still feel alive. Like this. And just pulls him in and puts her forehead to his.
Luke reciprocates and hugs. And maybe stretches
with the
other
the other arm, she kind of does like a grabby hands in like Delia's general direction.
She awkwardly makes her way in the tight quarters and tries to just like hold.
I know it's tight in here, and we could do this better later, but I owe the both of you a lot. I almost didn't do this. But you were both right that we have to protect our own, and until people kind of learn that we're not all to be feared.
There's something to be said about, I mentioned it, a line. They crossed a line by involving mortals, right? I think that the Inquisition isn't wholly bad, and I know, Luke, that probably makes your skin crawl, but they do deserve the ability to know when we're around and to protect themselves from us, because not every kindred soul is like us here. But I was
a little caught up in the hug. I'm sorry, what might make my skin crawl?
The Inquisition is not wholly all bad.
Having some form of defense for humans is something I'm not entirely against.
Exactly. But
it shouldn't be these assholes.
There's nothing wrong with holding your ground and protecting each other. Just, we cannot make this the go-to answer. Always. Right?
No, this was very particular. And I wanted to talk to him to learn about him as a person. I mean, we just saw Inquisition with family, and they were leaving, and that's a centipede on my wall, fuck. Where'd it go? I'm gonna die.
Oh, no.
If it's one of the big fuzzy-looking house centipedes, they're harmless. They just kill spiders.
It's a baby one, so it slipped behind something and now it's gone.
No, it's smaller. Which
I can
means
hear
it fits more places.
Riley has the vacuum.
It's hunting other things that will make you upset, so it's fine ultimately.
I got too close.
We're in such danger.
Thank you. Riley just left me the vacuum just in case it comes back. Okay, back in.
You wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him to see if he was like the other hunter, just wanted to protect his own family and leave and stop or whatever, and he seemed to like this too much. He liked hunting us. He kept my picture, apparently, and
some people are bad people. Like, you don't need to necessarily be us, right? Some people are bad to begin with. And
what?
The condition doesn't change that. So, we could still kind of learn about them through William over here, and she just pops the head of the unconscious hunter. Just like a sort of demeaning child gesture. And so it's not all lost. You're still gonna have that insight, and maybe we'll be able to get information from this one here that can help us protect everybody.
Yeah, I was trying to learn about David in particular to see what I needed to do to get closure.
Charlie, the most inhuman people in the world that I've ever met were just other people, just other humans.
I wasn't all that great human either.
This guy doesn't even rate on that scale.
That's Why?
It's just garbage.
I think it's part of the reason I couldn't control myself at the end. Besides the fact that I kind of gestures towards Delia's wounds and goes, besides my normal trigger of seeing someone I care about get hurt, it's okay, it's okay. I had a lot of plans and none of them seem to really want to work, so it's okay.
So, for what it's worth, I didn't even know that your plan was to keep that guy alive. My understanding was that your plan was to kill that guy. So, as far as things go, my prediction came out 100% correct. Everything went according to plan from my perspective.
It's fair. I kind of thought of it on the go. I saw him with his friends and not knowing anything about them either. I thought of the one that we saw with his family, and I was like, well, maybe he's not like a bad guy. He's just trying to do what other people are telling. I don't know. Let me find out. And then he ended up being a raging douchebag.
Charlie, Hitler was a dog lover. Did you know that? Loved dogs. Had a lot of dogs. Treated them real well. Yep. Vegetarian as well.
He's a painter.
Humans or people or whatever, they're fucking complex. They're messy.
I know.
They have families. Most of them come from some kind of loving home of some sort. That doesn't mean they can't be evil.
All I know is I don't think I would have, after talking to him for a while and seeing what he was like about what he did and everything, I couldn't let him leave that bathroom. There was no way. Just protect everybody else that he could possibly go after. Who else's pictures he probably keeps. Like,
well, he doesn't now.
No. I was holding his face. For, like,
yeah, you were.
It was so weird. I could have worn it for Halloween, and it's strange.
If you'd wanted to, I could have helped you preserve it, but I figured you didn't want the memento.
No, that's like the last. Yeah, I would like to look at his face all the. That's gross. No, I didn't. I do want to say I wanted to punch him in the balls once, but that never happened.
You tried. You did try.
Yeah, well, I tried to punch him in the dick, but then I was like, oh, a really good, like, taint punch would be really great, but I didn't get a chance, and that's okay.
You were up close
another time
with them, really close. What happened? Well, Luke, I don't know if you were not, you were probably occupied at the time. Are we not going to talk about the fact that you had to do it twice?
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie had to put him down twice.
Really?
Connery, would that have registered with... That would have registered for a second or no?
No.
Okay.
Charlie saw his neck snap, and in the frenzy the fact that he stood back up was just like a, it's not dead yet, kill it. Delia's the one that noticed the real moment.
He didn't go down until I smashed him through the mirror.
No,
what do you mean?
His neck should not. You're smart. You're smart. You know anatomy, right? When the necks kind of have that lump there, no human's supposed to look like a pelican and live.
I know the picture you're talking about.
Able to. They're two different things, really, but I get what you mean.
Wait. Do you mean I took him down, but he got up again?
Yes, and he seemed surprised about it too, but
oh God, I remember him saying something, but it was kind of muffled, like a Charlie Brown's teacher kind of situation. I think it was all I must have had blood in my ears or something.
Adrenaline.
Oh, hey, that's cool. It counts as 2.
This is.
Luke, I am running out of blood bags to throw at you.
I'm all
If you threw 2, you're already out.
Oh no! I'm all for making a joke about the darkness, right? But if this is something they can do, we need to know.
Well, I mean, it looks
they
like it
all
didn't
do
help them all that much.
They didn't all do that, did they?
No.
I didn't notice.
All the ones I killed died on the first kill.
So it's just him. Why him? What made him special?
Did his
Squad
blood
leader.
taste any different?
Perks
I had a
of
lot
rank.
of it.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't go crazy and feed off of him because I didn't want to taste his blood at all.
There's still a bit of his blood on Charlie's hands, by the way.
Oh.
So if you wanted to say have a taste for blood, you
Charlie
could.
It's Charlie.
Yeah.
Can I see your hands for a second?
She wants to lick you.
Yeah. Okay. And just
Okay.
kind of just holds one hand out and the other hand is still holding the blood bag and she's just kind of like finishing it.
Good. Don't make eye contact with me. Thank you.
You don't actually have to lick it. You can just use your hand.
Ooh.
You only have to touch the blood. That was Luke being a dick.
She's licked a lot of things in her past, so it wouldn't occur to her.
Hundo P, Game Master.
Please make a willpower test. Well, you have to spend the hunger you have to rouse it.
Okay. Is it 10?
That's good.
Yeah.
And now
Willpower?
willpower roll. Number of successes equals how much information I'm going to give you.
Charlie becomes the kid at the doctor's office with the lollipop that's like dissociating while the shot comes. Just don't think about it. Just
so Delia's
whatever's
just
happening, it's fine.
Delia's able to just run a finger along it, get some between her fingers, and just start rubbing it between her middle finger, index finger, and thumb, and just start feeling out things about the blood.
How does it resonate? What is it?
You have to taste it to get resonance. That's the bloodhound thing.
She will do that too.
Okay.
And she just does one big.
Oh, I have bloodhound.
All right. So resonance
I'm not tasting this, man.
was choleric.
Gotta make a little sidebar for David. His medical chart.
Dead.
So you got 3
Double
successes.
dead. Yes.
The note just reads B E E E E E E E E P.
Okay. Here's the weird part. You get his blood type. He B positive.
Oh, that piece of shit. Mm-hmm.
He would have worked that into a pickup line more than likely.
Yeah.
You also get, and this is the strange part, you get the same kind of like zing as though his blood was thicker. Blood potency 1.
I have more questions now. And she leans back, letting Charlie's hand go.
I'm sorry you can't get answers the easier way.
And her eyes drift over to William. We'll have answers. It's fine. But his blood tastes potent. More than it should.
Not the telltale sign of vampiric, though. But it's the same zing you would get from someone whose blood would be potent, but it's not vitae. It is still blood of a mortal, but it's got the same zing.
He's spicy?
Oh, don't phrase it like that.
I don't know, I'm just guessing.
I know. No, I mean, it's strange because he's definitely not like a fresh turn. It's not like he's thin blood. Even that's a little odd and off. It's still mortal, but something else is there. They must have been... Did anyone see him, like, take anything? Or she goes... starts rifling through William's clothes to look for... What?
Could be some weird form of church magic.
Church magic? But I still taste it off his blood now. Sorry.
Maybe it taints you permanently. Yeah, Samson's hopping around the ambulance.
You got the scarf, right? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that the Inquisition... We all know the Inquisition's using things differently now. I mean... That person in the room that we found originally with the monitors, that was not your standard military affair, right? But also... There was a lot of things we were experimenting back when I was even still alive and dead or working. But I have no idea what they're doing now. If we can get some idea, it would keep people safer.
Yeah, I actually was going to ask about that. Conry, back in the bar, I saw his friends, like, take a thing.
Mm-hmm. You didn't see exactly what it was.
Right.
You just saw them sneak something.
Okay. But I didn't, like, see any, like, do I have a physical description of anything?
No.
Okay. Delia. When I was chatting up his buddies and buying them drinks, before everything went down, I saw them all kind of do one of these
intelligence medicine tests.
What happens to mortals when they were taking the red eye?
Well, one, roll intelligence medicine for the things that you know that I might be able to point out.
Okay.
2. Wow. Red eye. Red eye grants. Essentially, red eye. From what you've heard, it gives them speed and
Has anyone...
It's like it's sanguinary laced meth in a way.
But has anyone tasted them after?
It's liquid meth in a can.
It's not exactly a well documented thing. So Luke's 4.
Yeah.
You realize that when you were fighting them, you pumped like 6 shots of tequila into these guys, and they all downed them hard. There's a possibility that they may have taken an alcohol metabolizer or neutralizer of some kind that allowed them to process that much tequila without having to... When I say 6 tequilas, I mean 6 tequilas within the span of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah. I was re-upping as often as I could.
And they were downing them just as fast and chasing them with near beer. As much as near beer could be considered adding to that situation. But they didn't seem affected and inebriated at all while you were fighting them. They were sharp and on point.
I mean, it could have been something to cancel out all the alcohol I was pumping into him.
Like a combat stim.
Or something, yeah. We haven't... Conrad, I just like... I like smack my forehead and then start searching the dude's pockets.
Yeah, Delia was already trying the rifle before.
All right.
We just turn him upside down.
That's why you're supposed to drug him.
You find what is one of those, like, it's an Altoid tin style sliding tin.
Mm-hmm.
And wallet, civilian ID, some money.
What's his actual name?
His actual name? His actual name is Leslie Sturgis.
Not a William.
He's whatever the fuck I want him to be.
Fair. I'm not going to argue with that.
What is his actual name?
I open the little Altoid tin.
2 little yellow pills rattle to the bottom.
Little yellow different Delias. Here you go.
Ooh.
Did you just make a 1990s Motrin ad joke?
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm here for the deep cuts.
Jesus Christ. Little, yellow, different. You piece of shit.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, so it's a pair of small yellow pills. They don't look like they have
any printing.
No printing.
Yeah.
They are the standard pill print, so it's that oval with a flat external rim to it, as though it was pressed in one of those.
So it's solid powder, not liquid, right?
It's solid. It's pressed powder. It doesn't look like it. They waxed. It doesn't look like they waxed or capsulated the exterior with any kind of dissolving material. Like, it's not coated. This is designed for fast release. This is hits your system, yeah. And then because you can see the exterior of it is rough, so it has high nucleation points on its exterior that would help it break down faster.
Sweet, put it in Diet Coke. I'm sorry, I can't tonight. Like I'm trying to hold him in, but it's not happening.
Aside from licking it right now, I don't necessarily know what they are, but we're going to be back to Haven soon, so I'll be able to actually look these over in a controlled manner.
And with that, you notice that it has gotten darker in the cab of the ambulance as you pull into the underground structure of your building.
I thought something bad was happening. Okay. Why would it get darker? Oh no.
You're so head shy of life.
Charlie's actually really happy that the lights went down a little bit. She's like, oh, okay.
He just turns around. He just turns around and says, "Boss said you're clear from here. Don't worry about tips."
Thank you. We'll be out of your hair momentarily then.
Thank you.
He's got this blank face.
I'll go to the back and open the door and help Delia and Charlie out.
Charlie struggles to get off the stretcher. kind of has like a moment where she thinks she's gonna like kind of go down and grab herself and be like, oh, okay, I'm fine, it's fine. And just slowly kind of like roll out of this ambulance.
Make your way to the parking elevator. Press the button for to call. Doesn't take long. Door opens. Get in. Hit the button for your floor. Elevator ride is quiet, but there's a moment as the doors close and there's the soft as the elevator goes up, where there is silence. People don't realize how much noise goes on around them at all times. How all-encompassing that can be. And to go from a gunfight, or a fight involving guns, wasn't exactly a gunfight, but a fight involving gunfire, to busy New York streets, to then be unloaded out of the back of an ambulance in a very echoey parking garage, to then all of a sudden being in a sealed, quiet place, can be unnerving. In this moment, though, you've ridden this elevator before. You feel a moment of security. The silence is only broken again by the boom as it lets you off onto your floor. Your haven door open for you.
I imagine Samson like
scoots
hops
right along into the
yeah.
Happy trot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I'm carrying the guy over my shoulder. Do we have a room for this?
If you want to put him on the metal tables in my lab for now. Hadn't really thought about visitors.
Okay, I'll restrain him. That's fine.
Definitely.
As Luke walks past, you hear humming coming from the kitchen.
Do you want to recognize the humming, or am I about to get into combat mode again?
Throw the body.
Just as you turn and look into the kitchen, you can see Curtis in your kitchen with earpods in, dancing, singing to a can with a straw. I don't want to wait for my love to be over. Need to know that be me.
In that moment,
Sounds like Cartman.
yeah. In that moment,
he doesn't have the range to hit the notes, so he's falsettoing entirely.
5 or 6 different things cross my mind simultaneously. One is that I should look for a steak. One is that it would be easy. It would be so deniable. There was an intruder in my haven, and I just attacked the intruder. There's the sudden realization that I'm also completely fucked up.
And the sudden realization that he definitely casually listens to Paula Cole.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's right. Slide in there. But I look, I go, and I just keep walking. I don't address him. I don't talk to him. I don't get his attention. Fine.
When he gets to the second half of the chorus, everybody kind of hears it. He just doesn't see Luke as he's walked by. He just comes strolling into he's got his eyes kind of closed. Like I said, he's got earbuds in. He's got the wireless ones, of course, so he's just kind of...
Good to know one of us is having a great night.
We're gonna have to get this guy a toothbrush. He shows up so much.
He walks over to. He walks over to the couch, and he's just kind of leaning over the. There's a tablet on the coffee table, and he's like bent over at the waist, dancing to the song, wiggling his butt. Now, by the way, he is wearing. I wanted to.
Oh no.
Oh.
I wanted to make sure you knew this.
Give us this clarity.
He's wearing a dyed purple denim jacket that has leopard panels on the shoulders running down the back.
Dear fuck.
With
I saw that Prince tour. That was a good one.
With a
Oh no, we match.
pair of dress pants with loafers and no socks, with the pants are just above the ankle as he bends over. I mean, they do good things for his butt, but
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
No socks.
Yes.
Well, we don't sweat. All right, counterpoint. Vampires don't sweat. You don't have feet thunk.
mm-hmm.
So, socks are unnecessary.
Yep. He's just
Jillian's closing the door behind everybody, locking it behind her. Just standing there watching them groove out.
he stops for a second, stands up. He hasn't seen you yet. He's just like, oh yeah. Grooves in the heart.
How are you alive?
Grooves in the heart. Oh yeah. Where's my fucking slidey whistle? And he turns around. Oh!
CNC Music Factory, huh?
Hey guys!
Hi. Flump on the table.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I don't know if we're having as good a night as you, but...
Oh, well... I gotta... You said that you were...
Yes, we brought...
And you had...
We do!
And you said you were going to your haven.
And we are here, and you are also here.
I thought that was an invite.
It's fine. Just close the door behind you would be nice.
Oh, I thought I got the... I must have I fed before I came here. I was in the village. I think the guy had edibles. Maybe. Because I'm good right now. How are you? Oh, you look terrible. Okay. Well, what if... Okay, hold on. And he runs into the kitchen. Comes back with with your ice bucket, because you actually have an ice machine.
Of course Danny does. Absolutely.
He comes back with the ice bucket, also champagne, you know, so it's got a stand on the bottom. And there's like 4 or 5, I don't know. There are 6 bags of whole blood in there. He comes back, he puts it on the table, and he says, I heard from an ugly little birdie that maybe you had a rough night, so I come bearing gifts. As you brought a gift back. Hi. As he walks over and starts poking.
Connery. While the prince is being his ostentatious self, I am proceeding to remove the hunter's pants He keeps his underwear, but
Whoa,
I'm taking
party.
his pants off. And then I start like kneading the flesh on his legs, preparing to do a thing.
Oh boy.
Luke,
Making bread.
you getting a little handsy there.
Yeah, I figured I'd wrap this guy for you.
I
Oh,
asked
no.
to restrain him?
Listen.
Yeah, that's how I'm restraining him.
No. There's no reason to go that crazy. I want to start small and then build to that. Otherwise, if you do it too fast, they just panic and then you get nothing. You have to start small.
I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm just gonna turn him into a fish.
Yeah, that's the problem. If he wakes up and he sees he's a fish, he's gonna just panic and we're gonna get nothing. We're just gonna get panicked.
Jarring. Fair.
I get where you're going. I appreciate the initiative. But there's
fine. I'll just I don't know. I'll tie his ankles together.
There you go. Not using his own veins, please.
Oh. Fuck.
Duct tape. I mean, pantsless duct tape to a chair is pretty, you know.
It's so inelegant.
I saw this movie. Hold on. He runs into
There's just no art to it. That's my only problem.
No, it's just a different kind of art.
Rope?
He comes back. He went out to the patio, it seems like, because you have the balconies. He comes back and he's got
Raiders.
He's got one of the chairs from the patio. He's like, you took his pants off, cool. The wooden slats, he just takes a hand and just pulls, and they just pop in half. The middle boards on the chair. And now there's like a horizontal hole in the bottom of the chair. This is all right. Let's bring him over here, sit him down, orient his balls over the hole. And I'm gonna see if I can find a. Do you think Danny has to have extension cords around here somewhere?
We do. It's in the closet over this way, and she's gonna start.
Awesome. When he wakes up, we're gonna have fun.
I thought you said we were gonna build. I feel like shocking his testicles is starting out at a pretty high level.
No, it's the threat. You'll see, it's a performance kind of thing. You'll enjoy it.
I would enjoy also not us all dripping viscous.
Yeah, also clean yourselves up a little bit. You know, relax. He's going to be there for a while. He'll be asleep. And you know what? I also wanted to talk to you guys.
Real fast. I am eyeing this guy not with the anger of like someone who doesn't like someone else for like personal reasons, but with the like the ire of one artist who has been told that someone else's art is better.
I don't think he's. Yeah, if Luke wants to take it that way, he's gonna.
That's definitely how Luke is taking it. But he's like mopily going around and getting the shit that the prince asked for. He's just fucking pissed about it.
All right. So get yourselves cleaned up. Get comfy, PJs, robe, whatever you're gonna do. We'll put this guy in a darker room. And we'll just have him chill there for a little bit. You know where to put him in a dark room, wherever you're dark, closet or something like that. You got something good. Oh, do you have another fridge here like you used to have in the other place?
Do I? Asks Sandra.
You know what? Danny probably.
I did have.
You did specifically ask for. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, the big one, right?
Yeah, you gotta walk in.
I've got to walk in with meat hooks back at the tattoo shop. But...
That's not gonna help us here, now does it?
Well, if we got one here.
Why do you
cool.
have that?
I don't have to sleep in it anymore, so it's open, right?
Yeah, just give me directions. You guys go clean up, and then we'll meet up back here. We'll relax. We'll have drinks, and we'll talk.
I gotta go grab a different, exact same vest. 1 sec.
It's a closet of vests.
It's like the cartoon character closet where it's
Doug.
just all the same. Yeah, it's the
You're
Doug
Doug.
outfits, all the same outfit.
It's Doug. If Luke leaves, is Delia also gonna leave, or to go change, or is she gonna stay?
Yeah, she started walking as she was gesturing towards the extension cords are and stuff. She's going towards her room to be like, there's literal gaping holes in her leather.
Yep.
Yeah, my holes are exposed. I gotta change.
The new ones and the old ones.
Also, I match Curtis, and I don't want to be a salt shaker. She mumbles as she goes off to get changed out of the purple blazer.
Once the other two leave, Charlie stays for a beat, not really saying anything, just watching Curtis. And then just goes up to his side and puts her forehead on his arm.
Oh.
Just kind of greyhounds into him for a second. And really exhausted, just mutters, I got him.
You got him?
I got him. I got justice for Mom. Thank you for helping. You and JD.
He throws an arm around her. Does one of those side hugs. Says, yeah, Cinnamon Bun. It's, something we need sometimes.
Yeah, and I can move on.
Yeah, go get changed. Go clean up. We'll hang out. We'll just shoot the shit.
Just looks up at him with these two big doe amber eyes and weakly smiles, and then rolls away from him, like still on her feet, and makes her way to her room to go change.
So with proper directions, unless there's anything that the three of you wish to do in between getting changed, no longer being riddled with bullet holes / clothing.
I vote for a slumber party.
I would love to know what Delia wears to a slumber party.
Isn't that basically what... I mean, Charlie and I have our get-along bunk beds still.
Yeah. Yeah. You still do.
Yeah. I mean, you might have graduated to not needing them after this, but...
She's probably absently-mindedly walking in while Luke is changing, by the way.
And,
it's probably happening.
And for what it's worth, Luke is not shy about, like, nudity or really anything of the body in general.
Charlie isn't either, for what it's worth.
Luke will take a
Don't
shower.
look at me.
She was a model, so...
That's a very valid...
Luke will take a shower,
Mm-hmm.
turning the water to, just below scalding. And while it doesn't heal the damage, he'll start, like, smudging over bits of skin to cover up the various, like, marks and scars and holes and chunks and things.
The best he can do is, like, you create puckers of skin.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll fill in later.
But they're not open wounds.
Yep.
They're not going to
So
catch
I'm just,
on
like,
all
sitting
the
there
soft
in the
fabric
water.
for a while.
Yeah. So I'm just, like, sitting there in the water, just kind of, like, letting it wash over, just going...
Okay, and then he throws on some pretty much the same. Okay.
Yeah, Luke could use a wardrobe shift.
Delia, does she pack her wound just so it's not a gaping wound?
Yes.
There's certain instincts that still take over, even if you are undead and you don't really...
There's also comfort in certain activities and quietly stitching things together. Cleaning it in the way, the smells of alcohol and then cleaning fluids are a little soothing to her.
Also, some of those shots were close enough that you probably would smell the gunpowder residue, the cordite on your jacket.
My jacket. I have like 2 cool things.
And then she, what is her slumber party outfit? Or is she just putting on another bit of standard Delia day fare?
Cassandra now going through her head to think what she owns.
Yeah, actually, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh no. I worry.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm also scare-sighted. Assuredly, the first thing is that she slips her feet into... She has little ankle socks, and she slips those ankle socks into the flip-flop style bunny slippers. Mm. They got the little ears that are kind of always catching on things when you walk, and that includes the hem of her robe, which she is gingerly tied, not so tight that it would sink into the gaping hole in her stomach, but just tying it along the waist of the sash, and she just burrows into it.
Writing that one down.
I'm taking Sims notes because Royally made the house, and we have to update Delia now to have bunny slippers.
Yeah, bunny slippers without a doubt. She also really likes Hawaiian and tropical print things. Her last coterie made fun of her for it.
Charlie loves that Delia... shit. Just throwing it out there.
Delia's wearing a matching robe to the bunny slippers.
No, the robe is some print of the sort. Oh, yes.
That looks so cozy!
That really does look cozy. It kind of looks like a pet bed. Right?
It does! I love it!
How about Charlie?
Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie...
Oh, Samson's gonna have the best cuddles ever.
Charlie just takes all the little, like, ornamentation out of her hair and just kind of tosses it on top of the dresser next to where she made the shrine for Mom and Dad. And she just starts taking stuff off and just in a very unceremonious fashion, tossing it in like crumpled heap on the floor. Is only sort of aware where Luke might be at that moment. It's just like, it's fine. And gets rid of that and washes up as she can, getting the blood off of her hands and everything. When she goes back to get clothes, she has little linen shorts. Little cream-colored linen shorts. And a blue organic cotton tank top. And she has a little, like, short blue, purple, and white floral silk robe that she just puts on. Mm-hmm. But her hair is still... She keeps it up in the really messy... Because it's just...
It's there.
It's out of the way.
You also did it to go out, and that was effort you put into doing that hair. And if it didn't get fucked up during the fight...
These banana clips are real strong.
They are.
The claw clips, they're great.
You find the right one with the right tension spring on there, nothing's getting out of that. Jaws of life.
She just keeps that there. Just tried to get... She had any, like, blood or anything in her hair. She just kind of washes it out, but keeps her hair up still. Oh, she's a little vain.
It's like hair gel now, right? It's gonna... When it hardens, it's just gonna keep it in place.
Oh,
like a mask.
Take a full shower later. That's probably healthy for your hair, right? I don't know. Science. And she just comes back out. Just something about protein going back in the hair or something like that.
That's exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the placenta mask.
And she'll just come back out. Yeah.
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 That's the thing. Yeah.
I know.
Very common.
Yeah.
Animal placenta.
I don't like it still.
Okay, that's fair. You know what?
Yeah.
I can still be not a fan. All right.
As we shuffle back across the carpets into the main area.
I have this robe, by the way. Should I go grab it?
If you want. But he's Curtis is just tapping along on his tablet when you guys come back in.
Thought you were going to talk about his balls.
No, the guy is he's in your freezer, remember? He's cooling off.
That does get exceptionally cold. I don't know how hardy our new guest is. I don't want to leave him in there for too long.
Oh, I checked him. We're going to get to him in time. Don't worry. He'll be fine. If anything, he'll just fall asleep. We can get him back up. He'll be good. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be good. Okay? Okay. Okay. Well, you look cozy. Good.
Yeah.
Rough night.
After this, I'm going to take a little me time.
I can appreciate that. But I thought I'd, after the wonderful, what I thought was an invitation from Delia.
Well, I did want you to...
Yeah, you did. And I apologize if you didn't mean it that way.
No, I just closed the damn door.
Well, okay. All right.
Just close the damn door.
Noted. We'll do so for next time. But I realize that there's been a lot going on lately. And I realize that I thought I thought I'd offer a favor, a boon, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Thought I'd offer up a little bit of a thank you olive branch. Eh?
You're the prince of the goddamn city. You don't have to pat us on the head.
Well, you know, you've been good. What can I say?
Her eyes drift over to Charlie and then back squints. I've had good health.
Yeah, that's another thing. I wanted to check in on that. But mainly I wanted to be able to sit down with you and maybe lay some stuff out. 'Cause is that whole heavy is the head that wears the crown? I hate that fucking shit, but you know what I mean. I don't get the opportunity or the luxury to be able to have. I've known you, turns to Delia, known you for a while now. And, there's not many people that are still around from those days that still are worth talking to. So, and we've never, like, I mean, there was that one thing with the whole, but I was helping you research. It just, it helped me at the same time. So I understand, maybe I should have been forward about that, but this is the craft. He sits down and he kind of folds his hands into his lap and he says, I don't get the opportunity to talk to people normally.
I didn't mean to insinuate you couldn't or weren't invited. I just assumed that you're the prince of the city and you can't be seen with the blood witch, right?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, no. I thought I'd clear the air a little bit on some of that shit too. Yeah, I needed some way to help out. And I couldn't just go with you to do things, so I sent you a Charlie.
Well, you nailed my type down to the hair color. It's almost a little concerning.
What can I say? I know my friends.
Oh. That's nice.
Oh. So the boon is this. Ask. And I will answer. Truthfully.
I'm a little comfortable. I kind of trust you. I don't know if I need to ask anything right now, but that's
this is to all. This is
exactly.
One, it's to all of you.
Yeah.
Two, it's been a lot lately. And I've needed to evaluate. And you are high in evaluation. This little chestnut here. And I'm not gonna Bezosify this and just kind of use you till you're done. I want to give a little back. And I also understand the way I work isn't exactly the most straightforward. So go ahead. You have the Prince of the City, a personal audience, if we're going to be all fucking official about it. Ask. And we'll talk. Pardon.
Wow. What do you ask in this situation?
I got one.
Looking over at Luke and Delia.
Luke, swing away.
I feel like it's in character still.
It is. And so was the blowing the burp to one side.
How do I know? Scratch that. What's your goal here? What's your end goal? What are you actually trying to accomplish?
Well, I can tell you this. It hasn't changed much. Just a lot of the tactics have had to. I got... How about this? He leans forward. His elbows on his knees. Kind of hunkered forward. I may have worked for the government at one point. In a previous life. And maybe I got picked up for that. We all get chosen for one reason or another. Some because we're really damn good looking. Some because we're really damn smart. Some because we're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Some because they're really good at doing their job. I was really good at doing my job. Really good. And made some friends. My name got around. That name got to the wrong people, who ended up becoming my people.
What branch were you?
It's classified.
She hops and walks towards the kitchen, just throws her hands up. Of course it is! And just starts making oatmeal.
Oh, stop. You know how this works.
Closes microwave.
I also saw how this works. All this. Because I got put to work. And I decided what's the best use for an ex but not so ex intelligence officer. It's doing intelligence work. I opened up my little radio station. I decided that we needed to fix this situation. I didn't want to deal with this crap anymore. And I did the dumb young way. Got angry. Got shouty. I started doing guerrilla ops. That hurt him. Of course, they never knew it was me. Yeah. That whole Red Eye War was fun. But I knew that those German individuals who made their way to America via Brazil didn't deserve to be here. And, they didn't deserve to exist anymore as far as I was concerned. And then I realized that I was going about it the wrong way. The complete wrong way. Change some tact. I do intelligence work. I needed to be more intelligent.
Intelligence wins wars before they ever have to happen.
No, the war still happens. The war always still happens. Just whether it's out there in the open or it's happening in a shadow. It's happening. That's what my job was and is. Still is. So I realized the only way to fix this thing is that, well, really, I didn't want to be a king of the trash heap. Or the smoking cinder, I should say. So how do you fix that? You get good at what they're good at. You use what they use. You play on their weaknesses. You lead them to a point. And you let nature take its course. And it just so happened when it all shook out, I ended up becoming Prince. Not in my final calculations. Let me say that.
The Realm Beyond wasn't the worst, but it wasn't our best.
And if you don't mind me saying, he was still... I don't know. I still have a thing for, you know, real Americans in charge of America. I know it sounds dumb, but, you know, hey, the 50s aren't gone in me, so, you know. Old habits and that shit. I want a real American know-how in charge and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, he was just another puppet. He was playing the game of the old guard in Europe. I knew that they were...
He was wrapped up in so much personal drama. I don't know if he had any time to look for the
Yeah, he wasn't
future.
competent enough anyway. If I didn't do it, I can tell you a certain pair of Primogen were going to do it themselves. So I thought, clean the board. Ooh, boy, after that happens, you really start to think, who looks to leadership? And then, you know, hey, you did all this, so why don't you, you know, give us some insight? Okay, here's some insight. Well, you run things now. Oh. Okay. So, now I'm here. And now it's really difficult to do this kind of work when you're the face. I was never good at that! I got picked because I'm not seen. Now I'm all over the place.
Are you here alone? Do you not have a bodyguard?
Oh, no, they slow me down. They slow me down big time. No. Well,
still...
They stick out, I'll say. That's a better way of putting it.
While I appreciate the backstory, and I do.
Oh, yeah. What's my end goal? Right.
Yeah.
That's really what I was getting to. Because it requires some context. There's always going to be the big guy at the top of the pyramid trying to piss down on everybody else. So I was trying to convince the big guy at the top that he was still pissing down the slope. I was just making us some shade. So we don't get pissed on. But we're still sort of there. You know? Look like happy little cogs in their big old machine. We're still a Camarilla city. You know? There's a prince. There's a sheriff. Who I don't trust as much as I could throw. There's a Primogen council. They're elected. But there's a Primogen council. You know? Everything's fine. And honestly, at the end of the day, we need fucking order in some way. We can't be doing what those psychopaths did. You let the mortals in on it too much, and you get what's going on now. We can thank the big people at the top who are pissing down for that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Austria. Talking about Austria. Yeah, you heard about that? You heard about the entire Tremere Upper Politico getting wiped out in one big firebombing attempt? They said it was terrorists. Of course they said it was terrorists. No, it was our Inquisition buddies. Going in, chopping and burning everyone down to nothing. There's a reason why It's the reason why the house is in disarray. To use a term that I have heard here and there from their group. The Tremere took a big hit. And I've got a secret for you. We did it. It was our own kind. Someone played the mortals against House Tremere. And we all paid for it. Because it made a whole bunch of people who are really angry, who have really big guns, take notice. So the big game that they're playing at the top just spun out of control and fucked us. I don't want it anymore. I wanted a level playing field. And now we have to deal with them, too. So something's coming. Something massive is coming. And who was in charge before, that prancing, egotistical fuck, was never going to be the one to get us out of this. He would have rolled over. So,
do you think the breaking of the pyramid was a happy accident? Or part of what was happening?
I mean, no offense. The way your clan does things is toxic as fuck most of the time. So, I mean,
from it.
my heart bleeds. But at the same time, it also scared one of the strongest clans in the Camarilla Council. Justicars went out everywhere. You know, in hard-nosed cities, this is why we lost London. In France, we're not even allowed to use any internet presence at all. It's still bad here.
Oh, good. Keep blinders on so you don't know when they're coming.
Who's in charge of London?
Oh, it was a Ventru fuck.
Yeah, but you said we lost London, so who's there now?
The Inquisition.
Hmm.
Mortals cleared a city.
It's all those cameras everywhere.
They're getting good too. They're getting smart.
Delia.
Yes.
You said the asshat I just destroyed. You said that he came back, right?
She comes back from the kitchen with the bowl of oatmeal and offers it to Charlie. Sits down. Yes, on the note of new tools, smart. They found a way to give themselves a second shot at things. Charlie had to put one of their hunters down twice today.
Oh, so they got that to work.
That, what? It tastes weird. What did I taste? What was that? What?
I don't know 100%. I've got a guy on the inside who feeds me information every once in a while about what they're working on. Somebody in the R&D department. And they were talking about reinforcing their assets.
Well, it seemed to only work once, if it's anything. But it was a definitive break that he came back from.
All the more reason for us to be more careful.
So, not to be pushy, but I believe you were sort of unveiling your plan.
Yeah. My plan is to be prepared.
How so?
By getting the rotted wood that'll go up fastest under control. And making sure that we're not living in a tinderbox.
Okay, so working my way through the metaphor, getting rid of people who are particularly flamboyant or flagrant in their vampireness.
No. Getting rid of old structures that are dead wood. Getting rid of old things that aren't adapting to the new reality. Sabat fucked off, and thank whatever that they're gone. But the whole rule them all like mentality that they had was just making our life that much harder to deal with as the fucking mortals get even more intelligent. Start getting more tech on their side. Being able to pick us out of the crowd.
So I'm still trying to figure this out. So you want to get rid of the old ones who can't adapt.
Yeah.
How do you want to do that?
I've been doing it. Why do you think there's so few elders in the city?
So, a slight admission that maybe this spot had some good ideas.
Their good ideas were unintentional symptoms of a massive disease.
The disease being elders. I don't handle this much metaphor, man. You constantly talk.
A stubbornness, a lack of adapt is going to leave us completely incapable of defending ourselves when the mortals are progressing at rates that are...
Hold on. The mortals wanted the Sabat wanted a war they couldn't win. Because once they achieved their grand stopping of whatever apocalypse, they were going to rule it all, right?
I'm not arguing in favor of the Sabat. Hang on.
I'm explaining because you said no metaphors anymore. So I'm not doing a metaphor. I'm explaining this right now. Once they have their grand war, and at the end of it all, they were going to rule it over. Thing is, all of their plans ignored mortals. They didn't realize how strong mortals are. They don't care. The traditions do have a place. But the traditions are wielded by the worst totalitarian fuckwads out there. But at the same time, it's been proven that those who claim to be... I was with the Anarch idea for a while. I was with it. I was down for it. It sounded real fucking, hey, I got my old Che Guevara shirt on and, rally to the cause, burn it down, for the people. I'm down for that. But then I realized what anarchs are really about. They're about personal power. They're fucking libertarians. Fucking the Free States are a gang war right now. There's no order. You got people claiming they say they want to take down fucking all the elders. They want equality. But then what do? They put barons in place who hold their power via violence. They don't elect people. The strongest person runs the roost.
I would argue that that's just sort of the toxic corruption of the established Kimberilla power structure eking its way in there. So
no,
that's how they're ignoring them.
I've been in it.
But look, okay, that's fine. Look, so what you want, because I don't care about your point of view on the Anarchs or the Sabbat, because we're just going to disagree and it's not going to get us anywhere. What you want...
Listen, because you don't want to listen doesn't mean that my points don't carry anything. And my points are what inform what I want. And I want the kindred to be prepared for when the mortals do make their big move in the city.
So you interrupted me before I could get to the part where we agree.
Yeah, I did. Because at the end of it all, there's only so much I can put on the table before I'm making it more dangerous for myself.
So, not that you really probably care all that much, but I'm actually with you on your basic goal. That makes sense. And I appreciate that this is the first time anyone's actually bothered to try to spell it out for me. Because the rest of this time, everyone just seems to act like I should already have been on board from the get-go, but frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense.
Some of us deal better with subtlety than others.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of subtlety.
Clearly.
I don't take that as an insult.
One of the people that I think has been instrumental in all of this. It's that one right there. And he points to Delia. I wouldn't have been able to get all of them in one spot and been able to orchestrate the restructure if it wasn't for her. So when you say, I don't care whether you're in or out on this, I really do. Because if you are going to be hanging around her, I need to make sure that I have safe assets. Now, just because you're not against me directly doesn't mean you don't endanger if you don't come along for the ride. So I need to be sure. So I do care. And I'm happy that you're down for this. I'm happy that you're on board. So now that I have laid this down all nice and 7 a.m. PBS style,
Like I said, I'm really not going to take any of this as an insult. That's fine. You can keep jabbing, but whatever.
then I'm doing it for my own joy. But now that we're kind of on this, I need you to learn a little bit of trust with me. I operate in effective ways. Things get done. I'm not looking to run any totalitarian regimes. But I'm also very accustomed to getting my hands really dirty. So if I throw something out there, like a friendly, plausible deniability help, go with it. Because at the end of the day, I still am the prince of this city. And at the end of the day, even if I do have trouble trusting literally everybody around me, I can still make things happen. I appreciate my assets. And I don't want to have to treat them just like assets. Like I said, as he stands up, this is war we're dealing with. So, kind of lost the taste for any torture tonight. Just not feeling it. So if you want to question your friend, have at. Let me know what you get. I'll let you know what I got. And we'll try to make sure the Second Inquisition doesn't exterminate each and every single one of us that deserves not to be exterminated. Even though we are, you know, murdering blood drinkers. But, you know, everyone has their kinks. You kids be nice. He starts to head towards the door.
I look around at the other two, and they don't seem like they're going to say anything, so I say, have a good night.
Sorry, I was writing. It's like, no, it's no time. Bye, Curtis. Thank you again for your help. And tell JD I said hi. If you're talking to him soon.
He stops for a second at the door with his hand on the doorknob. Turns around, just says, if I could just get some steel in your backbone, you would be the most dangerous honeypot on the planet. I'll say hi. He opens the door, turns around, gives a wink, and heads out, closing the door behind him.
As soon as the door is closed, I still can't fucking stand that guy.
Luke! Luke,
what? I'm with him. I'm with him on the goal. I'm with him on the goal. I'm with you guys on the goal. The goal is fine. The plan is fine. But that guy's still a fucking jerk.
Luke, I think you're a dick. You are a big dick. You are a sizable dick, and not at all in a good way. You're an asshole. I cannot stand you. But Jesus Christ. You're honest. And I hope that means you will never stab us in the back because of that. But
never, ever.
Why do you have
Charlie almost chokes on her oatmeal. Did not expect this explosion of dick throwing that has happened. It's like...
And as the coterie is left with a interrogation on ice
and a slumber party
having to nurse their wounds over quite a few days, when you're going to end tonight's session. Oh, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. But until we see you then tomorrow night, I have been Conry. With me, from the land of not the culturally inappropriate baseball team soon to be.
Fuck yeah, Cleveland Guardians, baby. I'm Zach.
That was excellent.
And from closer still,
Dara!
And right in front of me,
Cassandra Lee.
We will catch you guys next time. And until we see you again, remember to always stay evil.